Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so I've got a itch to get a rover down on Eve. Yes, wow, I set up brain fart there like I normally do at the very beginning. So what we're going to be doing is designing a platform for our rover. This is going to be a little, rover construction episodes. I mean, I've kind of neglected rover construction a little bit, but we need a rover. I want to do some surveying on the surface. There's, many little things that need to be done. I have a landing site kind of picked out, I guess, if you want to call it, for Eve, but I'm just not sure if I want to land there. Like, I gotta really, it's somewhat of a precision landing, and I want my base to be on, it's like if some of you guys might know about it, it's a hill on Eve, which happens to be like one of the highest points on Eve itself, so I want to land there, and I want my base to be there for when, we can do some mining and stuff like that, because it would be amazing to have a base, especially on the I guess if you want to call it the highest points. This is not working out like I wanted. No. Just the wheel. And this wheel. What I'm going to do first is this. This saves you some time because it kind of saves you from having to do the same thing over and over, so let's see. Alright, bring this up a little bit higher. Well, no, some of you guys might know. Why isn't this? There we go. No, so I wanted to build, it's the highest point on Eve, and I want to put my Duna base, my Duna base. I want to put my Eve base on top of that hill, and, hopefully, maybe I would be able to, land there and take off from that specific point. And, if that would be a possibility, it would just be absolutely freaking awesome. So that's kind of what my hopes are for right now. I don't know if it's going to be achievable or whatever, but we'll see what we can get, like we always do. Alright, now, yeah, this thing is going to have to come a little forward. I just don't like how this rover body piece, this is the first time I've actually used it for anything as well, but I just don't like how, what am I doing here? Take this, there we go. I just don't like how there's not very many attachment points to it and stuff like that, and how you can't really put anything on it for the most part. So we're going to design our landing portion right now. I will be adding a core to it, just give me a second. So alright, flip this over, and our landing isn't going to need anything too crazy, so let's see. That should be good with RCS as well. I'm only gonna put 3 RCS ports here. That works out, and then we're just going to use, we might need SAS as well for landing. It will make things a little bit easier. Honestly, I just don't like landing without SAS. It just makes things so much easier. You can hold your positions. Everyone knows how amazing RCS is. Well, SAS and RCS. They're both amazing together. And alright, we're going to angle these engines out a little bit. I don't want to blow exhaust on top of the rover and possibly break stuff, because breaking things is fun, but only when it's not expensive things. Let's see. There we go. Why is that 2 engines? I demand 3. There we go. So this should be more than enough, to be honest. It's I think it's a little bit more than what we need, but just to land, it is a little much, just a tidbit. Now what do we... There was something I was thinking about, and now I can't remember. We need parachutes. Yes. So I'm going to put parachutes on both of these. I know one of them, if it's going to be landing on Eve's moon, I know it doesn't need one, but I would rather, you know, just, I'm going to keep the symmetry going and all that other good stuff, so I'm just not going to bother. And you know what I'm going to do, and I don't normally do this, I'm going to put a third wheel, I guess, yeah, third wheel, you know, make it a little more rovery, I guess, you know, if that's even a word. Definitely not. So why is this making 2? I don't know. But this is looking kind of what I was expecting, you know, sort of. Yeah, I'm not very good with the Rovers right now. The one thing that's funny is, like, basically I built some of the first Rovers I think I have ever seen, for the most part, like unmanned ones. So it's like, with the new parts, it kind of, it feels limiting as far as like what kind of parts and stuff like that you're gonna be using. Alright, let's get this here. You know, I am going to pack the science experiment stuff along. I know it really is worthless, but I want to have a little bit of fun with this as well. We can, you know, do some, you know, little funky stuff while we're on the surface or whatever. So, alright. Now that this thing is going to be making a long voyage, we might want to consider putting some struts on it. Just on the side there, you know, to kind of hold it all together. Now, what I'm going to do now is, now that we have this completed, wow, that is crazy looking. Alright, wow. Bring this in just a little bit. I want them to be close, but I don't want the parts to clip or break or anything like that. Now, these both are going to be going to, you know, one will be landing on a moon of Eve, and then the other one will be landing on Eve itself. And, okay, those parts are clipping, so that's not good. No. No. Yeah, that might work. Actually, that will work a little bit better, because then I can bring them more in the center. There we go. And I'll be able to decouple these off and everything else. I know the rocket itself probably won't be that stable after I decouple one of these, but it's really not that heavy of a payload, so I mean, if anything, I could transfer all the fuel out of it and then retransfer it in. That way it will bring the weight down up here to like almost nothing. So alright, let's get some struts on this thing. This will be our first real science package. I feel like this is, you know, more of a science package than anything, because I don't generally do rovers that much anymore, because I feel like all the fun of creating rovers has been kind of taken from me, especially because of the fact that, you know, these parts really just, you know, anyone can build rovers now, so it's not like a big deal. So alright, that is looking pretty good. Now, let's get, yeah, we're gonna need some of these here. Just some struts to hold everything all nice and sturdy and together. This package looks like it's gonna work out pretty well. I mean, I don't really see anything failing. Let's see. Well, what else will we need? I'm just going to build some of the rocket portion for now. I know that, it probably won't be the same. You know, I'll probably add something like that. That would work out. You know what? I'll get rid of this, and then this will be our, just like our main launcher, and I'll put a Poodle engine, even though I know it's not very efficient. Once we get into orbit around Eve, you know, once we get to the moon that's orbiting Eve, and we can drop our first rover down. I mean, I think there's a planet in orbit around Eve. I mean, a planet, a moon. I I feel like I haven't played this game in a couple days, so well, actually like a while. So sometimes I just forget certain things. So if anything, either we'll have 2 rovers on Eve, or we'll have 1 on each, body. So let's, I want to just make sure this thing stays really secure while we're, basically on the way there, and, for landing. So these engines, all of this will just stay together in the first stage here. I'm not going to decouple any of this, have this tank decouple or anything else decouple, only because it really just doesn't make any sense to do that. Oh, and I'll add the thermic generators. We will need these because I guarantee you I'll freaking forget about, I'll forget about all the engine, or I mean not the engine, but the power. I'll forget to put out solar panels or do anything, so I just put these on here, makes it easier. So whatever. I'm just trying to find a good spot for them. I don't really want to put them on the side, but if I have to, I guess I'll just put them right there. Oh, and always, since this is going to be our very last stage, basically, this will be needed. And, you know what, I'll put an RCS tank, too. We're going to need that. We will definitely be needing that. And I'll put some RCS control surfaces. There we go. Perfect. Now, I'm going to be building the rocket and everything else around this thing. I'm going to leave that out. You guys already know the rocket construction a little bit, and I've already covered that. So, yeah, I mean, these rovers, hopefully they will serve their purpose very well. Oh yeah, the one thing I didn't add on, wow, I almost didn't even add this. That would have been like freaking horrible. So I believe these are 2x3. Yeah, 2x3. I guess they renamed them because people were confusing them, because I didn't know which one was which. So 2x3 is the rectangle size panel, and that should serve us very well while we get there. What is going on here? There we go. Alright, bring these just up to here. And, 2 panels. I know that each one of these takes like 0.5 or something. So, you got 1.5 on this side, 1.5. Even, even if this thing uses a lot of power, it really shouldn't be that much of a big deal. I don't think it's really going to be... I don't think power is going to be an issue, but I would rather be a little bit on the safe side. So I'm gonna go a little bit. These are 2 things I just forgot and I remembered. So I might as well just add these so we don't have any other issues. And this thing is freaking out. I don't want to take the whole thing apart again just to fix it. So let's see. All right. That is crazy. If you look, it's adding 3 only. Oh, well, maybe that has to do with that. 2? Can I get 2? 2, please. I really hate how this system works out sometimes. Why is it adding 3? I don't understand this. You know what? I'll just put a battery right on the front of the frickin' thing. You know what? If you're going to... Yeah. Frickin' silly, spooty thing, yes. I'll just add them individually, because it's being angry and not liking what I want to do. So, because of that, I will punish it. Alright. Now, yeah, this mission should work out. I'm not going to launch this mission after this, but, it's not going to be a direct mission afterwards where I did like with the Minmus solar panel, the Minmus Space solar panel. And that's another thing too. Are you guys getting a little bored of Minmus or anything like that? That's one thing I've been wondering, because I've been, you know, doing a lot of stuff with Minmus Space, but I've just been trying to basically wrap it up and try to get it as close to done as I possibly can. Even though it's still not done, I've even said that a couple times that it isn't in fact done. But if you guys are getting bored with it or something, you know, maybe I'll take a break and go and do some other stuff or whatever. But this is one of the things I kind of want to do. And yeah, so anyways guys, I might as well, you know, Eve Rover mission. This is one of the things I've been trying to do for a while, and you know, this is gonna work out pretty well. And I'm thinking about, if this design works really well, what I'll do is launch another one and send it to Duna. And we, you know, I know we have already explored Duna and we already have a bunch of stuff down, but I think it would be fun to have a couple rovers just chilling out, and you know, we can go and drive around and do all kinds of fun stuff. But anyways guys, thank you for watching, and yes, I will see you next time.